this? How about giving it up for some of the best minis in the country, everybody? That's right. All right. So we'll start with our adjudicated awards and then move on to our high point awards, the performance divisions, and also high point by age, and then announce 3 teams that will recompete in the closing show. So here we go with adjudicated awards, starting with number 2055 from Larkin Dance Studio. Red dress receives a high gold. 2056 from Danceology, Bend and Snap receives a high gold. 2057 from Dance Connection 2, America receives a high gold. 2058 from Next Step Dance, Opposites Attract receives a high gold. 2059 from Center Stage, Illusion receives a judge's pick. 2016 from Canadian Dance Company, Where's Your Head At receives a high gold. 2061 from Trilogy Dance Company, Fly Girls receives a high gold. 2062 from Larkin Dance Studio, Downtown receives a high gold. 2063 from South Coast Conservatory, Rock of Ages receives a gold. 2063A from Club Dance Studio, No One Knows Who We Are receives a judge's pick. 2064 from the Rock Center for Dance, Salient receives a high gold.
2064A from San Diego Dance Center, True Colors receives a high gold. 2065 from Dance Connection 2, Paquita receives a high gold. 2066 from Danceology, Bills receives a high gold. 2067 from Next Step Dance, Performing Arts Center Running receives a judge's pick. 2068 from Larkin Dance Studio, Listen receives a high gold. 2069 from Canadian Dance Company, Vuelo receives a high gold. 2070 from Bunker Dance Center, Dance with the Enemy receives a gold. 2078 from Dance Connection 2, Latin Lover receives a judge's pick. 2071 from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio, Spring Medley receives a high gold. 2071A from Larkin Dance Studio, Stars and Stripes receives a judge's pick. Number 2072 from Marietta Dance Project, Doves receives a high gold. 2073 from Studio Fusion, Bathing Beauties receives a high gold. 2074 from Next Step Dance, Performing Arts Center, Everybody Hurts receives a high gold. 2074A from Canadian Dance Company, Chemistry 101 receives a high gold. 2075 was from Larkin Dance Studio, Hey How You Doing receives a high gold. 2077 from Dance Connection 2, Gentle receives a high gold. 2078 from San Diego Dance Center, Jailhouse Rock receives a high gold. 2079 from Dance Industry, Performing Arts Center, Brave receives a high gold. 2080 from Canadian Dance Company, Showtime receives a gold. 2081 from Studio 49, Angel Eyes receives a high silver. 2082 from Larkin Dance Studio, Forget About the Boy receives a judge's pick. 2083 from Next Step Dance, Performing Arts Center, This Will Be receives a high gold. 2085 from the Rock Center for Dance, Woza receives a high gold. 2086 from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio, Arca receives a high gold. 2086A from Larkin Dance Studio, Wild as the Wind receives a judge's pick. 2087 from Dance Connection 2, Hunted receives a high gold. 2088 from Studio Fusion, Candyman, a high gold. 2089 from Studio 49, Once Upon a Dream receives a gold. 2090 from Next Step Dance, Performing Arts Center, Hallelujah, I Love Him receives a high gold. 2091 from Larkin Dance Studio, Fire receives a high gold. 2092 from Dance Arts Center, Adapt receives a judge's pick. Number 2093 from Danceology, Grown receives a gold. 2094 from Trilogy Dance, Kill of the Night receives a gold. 2095 from Club Dance Studio, Dare receives a judge's pick. 2096 from Dance Connection 2, Pop That Lock receives a high gold. And 2097 from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio, Fireball receives a judge's pick.
2098 from San Diego Dance Center, Back Bass receives a gold. 2099 from Larkin Dance Studio, A Zillion receives a high gold. 2100 from the Rock Center for Dance, Call the Law receives a high gold. 2100A from Dance Connection 2, The Incredibles receives a high gold. 2101 from South Coast Conservatory, In the Embers receives a high gold. 2102 from Studio 49, Girls receives a gold. 2103 from Michelle Latimer Dance Academy, Fierce receives a high gold. 2104 from Marietta Dance Project, Feed the Birds receives a high gold. 2105 from Danceology, Lost Boys receives a high gold. 2106 from Dance Connection 2, Wild Youth receives a judge's pick. 2107A from San Diego Dancing Just Like Kevin receives a high gold. 2108 from Trilogy Dance Company Rain receives a gold. 2109 from Center Stage Falling Short receives a judge's pick. 2110 from Canadian Dance Company Happiness Does Not Wait receives a high gold. 2111 from Vlad's Dance Company Slow Boat to China receives a high gold. 2112 from Bunker Dance Center The Rider receives a high gold. 2113 from Studio Fusion Dr. Jones receives a gold. 2114 from Danceology Moonlight Sonata receives a high gold. 2115 from Dance Connection 2 Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy receives a high gold. 2116 from Michelle Latimer Dance Academy A Way to Be receives a high gold. 2117 from Next Step Dance Back in Black receives a judge's pick. 2118 from the Rock Center for Dance In Separate Pieces receives a judge's pick. 2119 from Center Stage Easy receives a judge's pick. 2120 from Canadian Dance Company Salute receives a high gold. 2121 from Tucson Dance Academy Maybe receives a gold. 2121A from Club Dance Studio All About That Bass receives a judge's pick. 2122 from Danceology Finding Peace receives a high gold. 2123 from Larkin Dance Studio Rotten to the Core receives a high gold. 2123A from Canadian Dance Company The Entertainer receives a high gold. 2124 from Dance Connection 2 Chicago, Illinois receives a high gold. 2125 from South Coast Conservatory Forza Bruta receives a gold. 2126 from Bunker Dance Center to Paris with Love receives a gold. 2127 from Next Step Dance Bills receives a high gold. 2128 from Center Stage Home receives a judge's pick. 2129 from Canadian Dance Company Hot Honey Rag receives a high gold. Number 2130 from Larkin Dance Studio Rhythm Nation receives a high gold.
2131 from Danceology Took the Night receives a gold. 2132 from Dance Connection 2 Love Cats receives a high gold. 2134 from the Rock Center for Dance Lotus is a high gold. 2135 from Tucson Dance Academy King Creole receives a gold. 2136 from Canadian Dance Company Squad Up receives a high gold. 2137 from Michelle Latimer Dance Academy I Lived receives a high gold. 2137A from Dance Connection 2 Finding Silence receives a judge's pick. 2138 from Next Step Dance Performing Arts Center Queen Bee receives a high gold. 2139 from Larkin Dance Studio Better Have My Money receives the judge's pick. 2139A from Canadian Dance Company Where We Discover receives a high gold. 2140 from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio Work It receives a high gold. 2141 from Danceology All Through the Night receives a high gold. 2142 from Dance Connection 2 That Walk receives the judge's pick. 2143 from Canadian Dance Company We're Gonna Party receives a high gold. 2144 from Murrieta Dance Project Mahania receives the judge's pick. 2145 from Trilogy Dance Company This Gift receives a gold. 2146 from Larkin Dance Studio Bathing Beauties receives a high gold. And 2147 from Dance Industry Performing Arts Center Talent receives a high gold.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for our adjudicated awards. Before we go into our high points, please, one more round of applause for all of our mini dancers and all of our mini groups. Great job, of course. So now we're going to move into our high points, starting with high point mini group. We're going to do 5th through 1st place. 5th place high point mini group. That award goes to Wild Youth from Dance Connection 2, 5th place high point mini group. 4th place high point mini group. That award goes to Forget About the Boy from Larkin Dance Studio. 3rd place high point mini group. We have a 2-way tie, and the first award in 3rd place and $100 goes to In Separate Pieces from the Rock Center for Dance. Also 3rd place high point and $100 going to Illusion from Center Stage. 2nd place high point mini group, give it up everybody. $200 also going to Adapt from Dance Arts Center, 2nd place high point mini group. And your highest scoring mini group in 1st place, the $300 cash award goes to Dare from Club Dance Studio. All right, moving on to mini lines. We have 5th place high point. One routine in 5th place, that award goes to Latin Lover from Dance Connection 2. We have 3 routines in the 4th place position mini line. The first award in 4th place goes to Fireball from center stage. 4th place high point also going to Mahenya from Marietta Dance Project. And rounding out 4th place high point, that goes to Stars and Stripes from Larkin Dance Studio. 3rd place high point, we have a 2-way tie. The first routine in 3rd place. $100 going to Finding Silence from Dance Connection 2. 3rd place high point and $100 also going to Running from Next Step Dance. 2nd place high point, we have 3 routines in 2nd place. And the first award in 2nd and $200 goes to All About That Bass from Club Dance Studio. 2nd place and $200 also going to Easy from center stage. And rounding out 2nd place overall, that award goes to Falling Short, also from center stage. And that brings us to our number 1 position, the highest scoring mini line in 1st place, and $300. Give it up, everybody, for Home from center stage. All right, mini extended line. 5th place high point, mini extended line. That award goes to The Incredibles from Dance Connection 2. 4th place high point, mini extended line goes to Happiness Does Not Wait, Canadian Dance Company. 3rd place high point and $100 goes to Bills, Bills, Bills from Next Step Dance. 2nd place high point, mini extended line, we have a 2-way tie, and the first award in 2nd place and $200 goes to That Walk from Dance Connection 2. 2nd place high point, mini extended line, and $200 also goes to Better Have My Money from Larkin Dance Studio. And the highest scoring mini extended line in 1st place and $300 everybody goes to No One Knows Who We Are from Club Dance Studio. We also have a high-scoring 1st place mini production and $300 cash award going to Tell Him from Dance Industry.
All right, it's time for our high score by performance divisions, starting with ballet. We do announce the top 5 here at Nationals of the Dance Awards, starting with mini ballet. 5th highest scoring mini ballet routine is Wello from Canadian Dance Company. The 4th highest scoring mini ballet routine is Moonlight Sonata from Danceology. 3rd highest score mini ballet and a $100 voucher goes to Paquita from Dance Connection 2. 2nd highest score mini ballet and a $200 voucher goes to Spring Medley from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. And our highest scoring mini ballet routine and a $300 voucher goes to Stars and Stripes from Larkin Dance Studio. Moving on to contemporary, top 5. 5th high score mini contemporary dance is Wild as the Wind from Larkin Dance Studio. 4th highest score mini contemporary is Wild Youth from Dance Connection 2. 3rd highest scoring mini contemporary routine and a $100 voucher goes to Finding Silence from Dance Connection 2. There is a 2-way tie for the 2nd highest scoring mini contemporary routine, both receiving a $200 voucher. 2nd highest scoring mini contemporary in Separate Pieces from the Rock Center for Dance. Also 2nd highest scoring contemporary for the minis is Illusion from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. And our highest scoring mini contemporary routine and a $300 voucher goes to Adapt from Dance Arts Center. Moving on to mini hip hop, top 5. 5th highest scoring mini hip hop is The Incredibles from Dance Connection 2. 4th highest scoring mini hip hop goes to Downtown from Larkin Dance Studio. Our 3rd highest scoring hip hop for the minis and a $100 voucher goes to Work It from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. 2nd highest score mini hip hop and a $200 voucher is Better Have My Money from Larkin Dance Studio. And our highest scoring mini hip hop routine receiving a $300 voucher is All About That Bass from Club Dance Studio. Moving on to mini jazz. Mini jazz, a couple ties in here, guys. 3 routines with the same score, it's an unbreakable tie, putting you guys in the 5th highest scoring out of all junior jazz groups. First up is Hey How You Doing from Larkin Dance Studio. Also receiving the 5th highest jazz score is Fierce from Michelle Latimer Dance Academy. Joining them is Doves from Marietta Dance Project. 4th highest scoring mini jazz routine is This Will Be from Next Step Dance Performing Arts. 3rd highest score mini jazz and a $100 voucher goes to That Walk from Dance Connection 2. We have a 2-way tie for the 2nd highest scoring mini jazz routine. $200 voucher goes to Mahenia from Marietta Dance Project. Also receiving our second highest score out of all mini jazz routines is Fireball from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. Which means that our highest scoring mini jazz routine out of all of our mini jazz routines receiving a $300 voucher is Easy from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. Mini lyrical top 5, fifth high score goes to Running from Next Step Dance. Fourth high score goes to No One Knows Who We Are from Club Dance Studio. Third high score for mini lyricals and a $100 voucher goes to Falling Short from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. Our second highest scoring mini lyrical dance and a $200 voucher is Home from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. And our highest scoring mini lyrical routine and a $300 voucher is Dare from Club Dance Studio. Moving into musical theater, top 5 for the minis, fifth highest score is Bend and Snap from Danceology. Fourth highest score is Chicago, Illinois from Dance Connection 2. Our third highest scoring mini musical theater routine, a $100 voucher, goes to America from Dance Connection 2. Second highest score and a $200 voucher is Tell Him from Dance Industry Performing Arts Center. And our highest scoring mini musical theater routine and a $300 voucher goes to Forget About the Boy from Larkin Dance Studio. Moving into mini specialty, top 5. Fifth highest scoring mini specialty routine is Red Dress from Larkin Dance Studio. Fourth highest score goes to We're Gonna Party from Canadian Dance Company. Third highest score mini specialty, $100 voucher goes to Where's Your Head At from Canadian Dance Company. Second highest score mini specialty and a $200 voucher goes to Bathing Beauties from Larkin Dance Studio. And our absolute highest mini specialty routine, first place, receiving a $300 voucher is Latin Lover from Dance Connection 2. Mini Tap, top 5. Fifth high score goes to Fire from Larkin Dance Studio. Fourth high score, Hot Honey Rad from Canadian Dance Company. Third high score, Mini Tap, and a $100 voucher is Jailhouse Rock from San Diego Dance Center. Second high score tap, $200 voucher, Bills, Bills, Bills from Next Step Dance. Highest scoring mini tap routine out of all of the tap routines, $300 voucher goes to Back in Black from Next Step Dance. Take it away, Ray.
Take it away, Danny. All right. It's the moment we've been waiting for. One of the moments we've been waiting for. This is the announcement of the routines that will recompete in our closing show for our mini division. So we have a tie in this division as well. We will be announcing the 6 routines that will be recompeting in no particular order. So here we go. Best Performance Mini nominee from Club Dance Studio, Dare, will be recompeting in our closing show. Also give it up, everybody, for Finding Silence from Dance Connection 2. Also recompeting in our closing show, give it up for Running from Next Step Dance Performing Arts Center. Number 4, In Separate Pieces from the Arts Center for Dance. Also give it up for Adapt, representing Dance Arts Center. And number 6, give it up, everybody, Home from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. Those are the 6 routines recompeting in our closing show. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your amazing minis here at the Dance Awards. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. We would like